G'day, I'm Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, and make a winner out of your kitchen dinner by adding some easy to grow Asian herbs and spices to turn bland into yum. In this video, I'm going to show you my 7 most favourite herbs and spices that are easy to grow, that we grow here in our own backyard, and that you can grow too, to spice up and flavour your own homemade cooking sensations. Asian cuisine is one of the best examples there is of using herbs and spices to flavour food. Professional foodies like to advise people to leave the protein to speak for itself and never over-flavour a great cut of meat with too many herbs and spices. And this is worthy advice if you're cooking expensive produce, such as premium seafood or a high-grade cut of beef. However, there are plenty of way cheaper second or even lower grades of meats that are delicious when prepared with the right ingredients. Even today, if you travel to Asia, especially the remote areas, you'll find inferior proteins, such as tough buffalo or muddy catfish, enhanced into amazing taste sensations. Of course, there are plenty of vegetarian substitutes, or indeed exclusive dishes or recipes that turn bland veggies into tasty meals when transformed by the wonderfully pungent addition of herbs and spices. Let's get into it. Hey-ya! Number 1, lemongrass. This herb grows like grass. Well, that's because it is grass and it just grows out of control. It's so easy. Lemongrass is great to flavour just about anything, from curries to rice to beverages. You can chop it fine to eat or use it whole as a flavour stick and then remove it before serving. Or how about stuffing it and deep frying? Like I said, lemongrass is easy to grow and it's very hardy. It doesn't need much care at all. All you need to do to multiply this plant right along a fence line or in a garden and make a huge garden bed out of it, or a feature garden if you like, is to simply pull out a piece and transplant it to another spot. We started growing ours from one small plant and now have it growing all the way down this fence line to eat and also to suppress other grasses and weeds. Number 2, galangal. This huge clump of green behind me is galangal, a member of the ginger family, and it's the root or rhizome that's primarily used in cooking, but it has a very different taste to ginger and therefore adds a separate layer of flavour undertones even if used with ginger in a recipe. Galangal continues to be studied by scientists for its cancer fighting and general medicinal qualities, which have been known since the 1800s. So it's not only tasty, it's also incredibly good for you. Galangal is easy to grow. Plant a piece of this root and over time it'll just multiply in the garden, and then you just dig it up whenever and use it as needed. Number 3, chili, or chilies. I love the diverse types of chilies that you can grow. You can get the mild, medium or hot varieties, but whatever, even if it's a really mild variety of chili, they still add a lot of flavour to a dish. We all know how just a little bit of chili can sometimes go a long way in a recipe. Often all that is required for continued home use is one single plant in the garden or in a medium-sized pot. Chili plants will readily self-seed and grow again. These plants here are the 3rd season or generation grown in the same bed. I just simply let some of the chilies fall off into the bed, the ones that we don't use, and then they just come up the next season. It's as simple as that. Number 4, coriander or cilantro. This is a dried plant I've stuck up here for a very good reason, and I'll show you why in a second. You will often see coriander leaves used as a topper or garnish for curries and Asian soups because it's the unique smell and flavour that hits you first, setting the tone for the meal. The whole thing is edible, including the roots, and we often harvest the full plant using the stems and root in the recipe base, with the fresh leaves thrown in at the end or used as a topper. Yes, coriander does tend to bolt to seed quickly. However, the cilantro seeds themselves are great in cooking, both immature / green or hard when dried and ground into a spice. The plant is so easy to grow that I don't even try. Here I've stuck an old dried plant with the seeds still on the end so that it can just drop into the bed below. Check out the little seedlings coming up, and within a few weeks we'll be harvesting coriander again. Number 5, turmeric. Such a trendy spice nowadays. Even the city trendies love turmeric in their coffee lattes, but most of us know it as a base for curries or a spice added to pickles, etc. The reason turmeric is so popular is due to its ability to add flavour to other food and its well-documented health qualities. Turmeric will grow from the smallest piece of rhizome or root, and once you have it established in the garden or in containers, you'll have it season after season without much effort at all. Number 6, Kaffir lime. This tree is grown for the zest of the fruit and the leaves rather than the juice, because the juice of this fruit is usually fairly dry and acidic. However, the distinct flavour gained from the zest of kaffir limes and the leaves is world famous, and many dishes would not be the same without it. Chop the leaves up nice and fine to use in cooking, or pick young tender leaves to cook and eat whole in stir fries or curries. If you do need some extra lime juice to go with the chopped leaves and the zest, for example, to make a salad dressing, well then just grow a Tahitian lime and use the juice from that. They go perfect together. We've got 2 kaffir lime trees. This is our second one, and it's probably a good 8 years old. We got it from the local markets, and it was a local person who grafted it onto some citrus rootstock. They're very, very hardy, and you can keep harvesting the leaves continuously and it just keeps growing back bushier and bushier. Kaffir lime trees are very adaptive to different climates, and I reckon they also look great in the garden. Number 7, ginger. Probably one of the most well-known and also my favourite, because ginger goes with just about anything. Stews, curries, stir fries, dips, sauces, remedies for illnesses, and it's even great on its own when made into a brew or sweets. Did you know that I grow a ton of ginger? It's true, I made a very popular video about it, but it's not because I'm an awesome, fantastic gardener. It's because ginger is really easy to grow, and even a crazed, bearded guy like me can do it. Plant a piece of ginger root in some free draining, rich soil and compost mix, and it will grow several times the size in just the one season for you to harvest at any time to use in thousands of different ways. And that's it. Those were my 7 easy to grow Asian herbs and spices for the backyard garden. All these 7 herbs and spices can be grown in most climates. If you live in a cold climate, then you'll need to protect the plants from frost or grow them in a hothouse for best results. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big, fat, spicy, aromatic thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'm also on Patreon, so if you want to support me over there, that'd be fantastic. Have a look at my channel if you want more in-depth videos on how to grow a lot of these. I've done how to grow a ton of ginger and how to grow a ton of turmeric and plenty more. So do a search and find those videos and you'll get some more information, in-depth information on how to grow these. Thanks a lot for watching. Check some of the links below for even more information and links to important areas that I think you'd like. Bye for now.